Anime continues to bring out so many shows every season, and it is impossible to watch everything because you just want to watch what's good. Or some of you who are new to this shit and do not know what to watch. Well, you are in luck. I am going to tell you what is best of this season. So you do not have to waste your time because I did it for you.
なあ、小戸川。俺は何に見える？ゴリラだ。
Odd Taxi is a show about mystery of a missing girl who is tied to this taxi driver. And it's not like I did a whole video about it or anything. Why the world is super interesting and you should really watch it. Come on, that was not me. You may be asking, why are you mentioning it again? And that is because I based that on 2 episodes and I think I did a okay job selling it. Now, after 7 episodes in, I still think this is one of the best of the season. How Odokawa, a taxi driver, impacts life just by driving taxi positively and negatively. How these deeds come back to him and tie up in the mystery of missing girl is really great. The show is more focused on Easter eggs and heavy dialogues, but not Monogatari level heavy. So don't worry, you do not have to pause every 2 minutes. To give a perfect reference, it reminds me of Tarantino movies. How that one segment of a dialogue impacts the whole story is amazing. Even though I made an entire video about it, I do not know the same audience will watch both this and that. So I had to include it because it is all the way down there on the popularity poll. I really do think give the first episode a try and you will love it. Speaking of love,
ごめんね。会社では秘密にしてるんだけど、私、恋人がいるの。
え？
Higehiro, or after being rejected, I shaved my beard and picked up a high school girl. Well, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? On the surface, it looks like your high school girl bait which EDP fell into. But it is not. The guy genuinely does care about her and is trying to help her live a normal teenage life, even though she goes through very terrible things to get here. Believe me, really shitty things. Showing her the world is not that selfish and helping with her issues, and showing it is okay to trust some people. The only thing is, it plays now and then, whether it is parental love or romantic love. But it doesn't matter, because it is genuinely good character drama tackling the issues that reflect in real life. This is one of the shows that I am watching every week, and I usually do not do that. Really, give it a try. If you are into cute, wholesome character drama, which will make you cry later on, this one's perfect for you. Now that we are on the road to crying, let's do it right.
このまま山に行ける。僕たち絶対に行ける。行ける。行けるかな。
To Your Eternity starts out with these words. I casted an orb which can take the form of anything and adapt into any atmosphere. I did not know what these words meant until far later. We follow a tale of this young boy who is desperately trying to find his family in this snowy landscape with a wolf. Seeing his desperate attempt to find someone, anyone, to interact with, failing to find out one thing he cares about, time and time again, breaking you through his journey until we find out the story was never about this boy. It was about this orb who turned into wolf at the start of the episode, who can take any form, living or dead. Seeing this orb evolve into a wolf to something else entirely. I know I'm sounding a bit abstract here, but just give the episode a try. You will be in for something unique and different. Trust me on this, you will not regret it. Because even the first episode felt heavy, doing something in 20 minutes that most anime takes 12 episodes, and even spoiling the first episode would be stealing away that very thing from you. Seeing his desperation, the fake smile he puts on, is heart clenching. Okay, we cried enough. Cue up the hype music. Let me check who's doing the music. Satoru Kosai, the one who did great animes like Monogatari, Beastars, Haruhi Suzumiya, and Oreimo. Fuck's sake. Vivi is amazing, and you know you are going to be in a great ride. If Wit Studio is animating, the story is done by ReZero's creator, but it is still one of the most underwatched anime, and I really don't know why. In 100 years from now, Skynet has taken over humanity, and in the last hope to save us, a cyborg is sent back in time to stop this from happening. We follow Vivi over these 100 years, where she changes the key moments in the timeline. Over the course, we also find out how humanity is evolving and literally make a vacation resort in a space. Elon Musk would be proud after seeing this. Vivi, or Diva, is a singing robo-idol and closely resembles Hatsune Miku. Not only that, but the name Diva is probably homage to the rhythm game of her called Project Diva, where Vivi and this time-traveling teddy, Matsumoto, who somehow gives me the vibes of Toy Story 3's Teddy, try to save and change key events that lead humanity to doom. It is kind of new take on robots taking over genre. Usually, we get humans fighting against AI, but in this one, humanity is dooming itself and AI are fighting for the survival of humanity. Kind of ironic, isn't it? I did say jokingly, cue up the bass, but the story is not all rainbow and sunshine. It is brutal. Vivi knows the future of the ones she cares about, but cannot save them at the same time. Come on, you know how ReZero is. I am coincidentally talking about Witch Studios second time in a row, but this is really their A game here. With fluid animation and music, I am actually surprised that this show is hidden for so long. On the contrary, the one show that is gaining voice.
嘘。死ぬと思った瞬間、思い出したのは親でも友達でもなく、橘ひなただった。
Tokyo Revengers is the most awaited anime of the season by manga readers, and currently one of the most talked about anime, and rightfully so. That one guy in the comment section who says watch Tokyo Revengers is goddamn right. Tokyo Revengers is story of Takemichi, who finds out his first love died due to the dispute between Tokyo Manji gang or Toman, and that really weighs heavy on him, suddenly falling on a railway track and finding himself 12 years in the past, where he meets once again with his girlfriend Hinata and decides that he wants to save her. Now, you may be asking, how is this different from Erased? Well, Toman is currently a huge criminal organization, but in the past it was just a small... Okay, it was not small by any means. It was a biker gang, or in Japanese, you may call them Busozuku, are a gang with systematic hierarchy of a leader, then second in command, all the way to the errand boys. As you might have guessed it, hierarchy in the most cases is determined by strength, and Takemichi, well, you can say it. This happens in very first episode, but still you do not want to get spoiled, then skip here. Whenever Takemichi switches from present to past, his body is coma toasted, so he can switch back whenever he wants, but in the timestamp of 12 years. As he changes events in the past, the future differs drastically, so he has to piece together the broken information to stop the events from happening. The show grabs you and never lets you go. After binging first 3 episodes, I went straight to the manga, and it is so good. I really do hope you give all of these shows a chance. They are amazing, and if you are watching all of the above mentioned, then I have honorable mentions. Did you really think I will leave you high and dry? But there are sequels. Fruits Basket, the final season, it is a romance shoujo. Megalobox Season 2, the one you really didn't think you needed until you see it. Zombieland Saga Revenge. Do I have to say anything else? This way, I am sure you at least got one which you have not seen. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe would be appreciated. And tell me in the comments below which spring anime got you hooked. That's about it. See ya.